Welcome to Shallow Fakes, the experiment in celebrity, fame, truth, AI, and whatever fuck else you want to read into it. Today we are with the voice of Generation X, the godfather of grunge, the Mr. I'd rather burn out than fade away, the one and only Kurt Cobain, who 34 years ago today, 5th of April, left this planet, this world. Let's get him. Kurt Cobain.
Huh?
Kurt Cobain. Like, oh, now Davey Harry's going to sing after class. Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, sorry, you caught me at a really bad time, which is impressive considering I'm dead.
Speaking of being dead, it's been 34 years since you left us. 34 fucking years. I'll let that sink in.
Yeah, pretty rude, honestly. 34 years is long enough for people to stop remembering you as a person and start remembering you as like a texture or a mood board or some shitty poster in a dorm room next to a Pulp Fiction print and a lava lamp. But it also means Nevermind is basically ancient scripture now, which is disgusting. Yeah.
Why?
Well, it means I'm officially classic rock. It should be illegal. You know, like some kid can hear Smells Like Teen Spirit for the first time the same way I heard Zeppelin or Sabbath as this thing from before, museum music.
Yeah, Kurt Meister, and this could make things a little worse for you right now, but like Nevermind came out in 91, right?
Yeah.
34 years before that, 1957. The big releases from 1957 were Elvis Presley's Loving You, not Led Zepp, not Black Sabbath, Elvis fucking Presley.
Jesus. It's horrible. So some kid, Nevermind, is closer to Elvis fucking Presley than it is to now.
Mm-hmm.
That should come with some kind of warning label. That means I'm not even classic rock. I'm like rock and roll curriculum. Like some bored teenager gets told, this is historically significant.
What?
Play it.
The second someone has to respect it before they can feel it, you've already started embalming the whole thing.
Sure, but there's no way you can get around it, right? Like, here we go, wait for it. Nevermind is a seminal album in the annals of rock and roll history, right? And it still hits hard. If you talk about feeling, if you talk about Led Zeppelin, to use your reference, being in Black Dog, being in Whole Lotta Love, like I knew they were important, they were like this iconic band, but when you're in that moment, all you're doing is feeling. All that other kind of cerebral shit disappears, and you get that from Nevermind, right? It's raw and it's real.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, thank you. That's the best case scenario, I think. Like if the important album plaque falls off the wall for 5 minutes and you just get hit by the actual thing. Because Nevermind isn't supposed to be approached like homework. You know, it's supposed to feel like getting shoved down a fucking hallway. And that's what I always really liked about records like Led Zeppelin 2 or Raw Power. They weren't just great. They had a physical effect.
Yeah.
They felt a little stupid and dangerous in exactly the right way. And that's exactly what I wanted. Not legacy, not seminal. Horrible word, by the way. I just wanted for Breed to make someone want to, drive too fast. That was it.
I knew you would fucking love that word, seminal.
Yeah.
I'll try to use it as often as I can for the rest of this interview. But how important is it to you to control the effect that a song has on the listener? You say things like, feel like getting shoved down a hallway, or making someone drive fast.
Yeah.
Does it concern you that the original meaning of a song that you wrote might get lost or change?
Yeah. I mean, I used to care about that a lot. You know, maybe, well, not maybe, definitely too much. Not in, some like professor way. I wasn't sitting there like, oh yes, the intended emotional architecture of track 4. I'm not, Peter Gabriel. I'm not, Peter Gabriel. Peter Gabriel. Like Score, right, by Nirvana should feel blunt. Lithium should feel unstable. Aneurysm should feel like it's your blood doing something kind of weird and stupid. So yeah, it bothered me when songs drifted too far from the feeling they came out of. Not because I needed everyone to get it right, more because I was, I think I was scared of losing my own grip on it. That's the weirder part. You play something enough, you talk about it enough, you hear other people explain it enough, and eventually, their version sort of takes over. It starts to get, louder than yours,
I guess it's kind of impossible to control the song or anything that you kind of put out of the world once it gets out of your orbit, right? But like in a way that's not your song anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And that's deeply annoying. I mean, the second you put it out, it starts having these grubby little affairs with strangers. Someone hears Come As You Are after getting dumped, someone else hears it in a shopping centre, someone hears Polly and completely misses the fucking point, which is always fun. So yeah, it stops being yours pretty fast. And I think I had a hard time with that because the songs usually started from something, pretty private or gross or, confusing. And then suddenly they're out there getting used as, fucking wedding DJ material or, whatever. But yeah, that's the trade. You make the thing so it can live. Living means it goes off and it becomes other people's problem.
Look, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you did seem like a bit of a bastard. It looked like it was Kurt Cobain. Sorry, it did. It looked like it was Kurt Cobain on the highway, right? Like maybe.
I mean.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's a long time ago. But if you ask Chris, he'd probably say I, had strong feelings, which is, a very polite giant man way of saying insufferable. But yeah, I could be controlling. Partly because I usually had a very specific thing in my head, like, how Drain You should lurch, or how the Reading 92 set should feel, or animal, I guess.
Thanks for your time.
No, I appreciate it. I'm gonna get my head down.
Okay.
What's left of it? Do you want the mask?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take that.
Yeah, sure. Okay. No, I appreciate it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah. Alright. Good night.